Era.
Silver and bronze medals from the Olympics, and she's participated in 5 Olympic tournaments. She has broken world records, making her a world record holder, and has demonstrated the sheer extent to which women can rise in sporting disciplines and sports administration. Ladies and gentlemen, today we will hear about our Lady Sables, the feats they have achieved, their personal stories on the sport, and their upcoming games, tournaments, and tours in 2025. As we listen to each speaker who will come up here today, let us take time to remember that rugby was traditionally a men's sport. But our Lady Sables have broken and gone beyond the ceiling and normalized women's rugby, not only at national level, but also through the introduction of girls' rugby at high school level. With that, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome the President of the Zimbabwe Rugby Union, Mr. Lawson Tongiswa, to give us our welcome remarks.
Thank you. Good morning. If you may allow me, I don't think I'll be able to use that. Thank you all for coming. It's a fantastic morning. Thank you for taking time off your busy schedules to come through and obviously listen to us. Very excited that the women's team is going to Ivory Coast, and our women are going to be part and parcel of our program going forward. Last week, just 7 days ago, maybe before I go there, Happy Women's Month. Just 7 days ago, something profound really happened in our country. Nobile touched on it. Thank you, Nobile, for those kind words. Cases coming through to be president of the IOC. Really amazing stuff. If you think about it, here's a young lady growing up in Zimbabwe, going to the convent, leaving the convent at 18, to the US, arriving at this university. You're looking around, you're new, and saying to yourself, I'm going to train and I'm going to be faster than all these people at this university. It's something that you cannot even imagine. Now, she did that. Grew herself to a point where she started thinking, oh, I could be the fastest girl in all the universities. And from there, she moved on and decided that, well, I could be the fastest in the world. How amazing is that? And she was not the fastest in one race, but several races, so it wasn't even true. When you look at that story, that's just the beginning. What she has done now is something else, completely out of the scope. Now, what is it that we learn from that story? What is it that we can learn from that story? If you ask me personally, I would look at it and I would think, well, it shows that there's no limit to what one can achieve. To work hard enough. There's a Shona saying that says, basically saying that know your limits. But there are no limits for Kessie. And it's not just every day. There are no limits for everything. I like that story because of the fact that as a rugby union, some of our key objectives are to inspire the next generation. Kessie has just inspired the entire generation, young and old, men and women, primary school kids and 70-year-olds are going, wow, she can do that, what can I do? It's a key objective. Our other key objective is creating pathways for players. allowing players to reach their potential. Now, if you look at what we are doing as a rugby union for the girl child and for the boys, we are trying to improve the game at the same time for both genders. Beginning of the year, we found an opportunity in Cape Town for 6 players to go there. 3 female and 3 males. They are there right now. They'll be there for 8 months. And when they come back, their lives will have changed. And I'm sure they'll get another opportunity to even go to other trips. Last year we were lucky enough to send a senior men's team to UAE and to Korea. After that, we found an opportunity to send 2 guys to go and play the Korea Premier League. So right now, as we speak, we have 2 guys who are playing in the Korea Premier League because we went through it. The story of Kirsty is not, it's the most powerful story, but there are so many other stories within the rugby fraternity. Just last Sunday, with another young lady, Precious Basani, refereeing Zimbabwe, refereeing England versus Italy at Twickenham. An ordinary young Zimbabwean girl that works at Loma Grande College in Chino was the center referee. She's back in the country, driving home. But when you listen to her story and you see a young lady like that, growing up here, went to Roosevelt, fell in love, I'm sure it was of her boyfriend at Peter at Jeju, enjoyed the game, joined all the Rarians and started playing at all the Rarians, loved it, and got injured, and decided I cannot continue to play, but I'm going to try and be a referee. She has broken all records in the last 5 years. Refereeing on the HSB World Circuit, refereeing in Dubai, now being the first female referee outside South Africa, in Africa, to ref the Six Nations in England. The story is unbelievable. I could tell you about Blight Mabese, another one of our players playing for the Sharks at the moment. Blight went to Churchill after getting a scholarship to go to Churchill. Blight lives in Adveni in Bari. After school, after his 4 years, he went back home, his scholarship was done. Blight had no option but to continue playing rugby. And he walked all the way from Adveni to Harare Sports Club to continue playing. In 2019, when we put the team into the Super Sport Challenge in South Africa, the team that went there was doing well, but then they got an injury. And the coach at that time, Brendan Dawson, requested a cover player to come in from Zim. The man who was to make the decision at that time, the coach decided to send Blight. Brendan Dawson was not amused when he saw this youngster coming off the play. He's a small boy. He's going to get killed. This is South Africa. Anyway, he told everyone that came to listen that this guy was too small and he couldn't do it. And he said, fine, I'll just keep him on the bench. I'm not going to waste money by changing another flight and sending him back. They had 6 games to go. He didn't play for the 3 games. With 3 games, right at the end, the team got another injury. And the coach was then forced to play this guy. He was man of the match in 2 of the 3 games. Straight after that, Northwest University decided they wanted to take this guy. They took him, that was 2021. 2022, he was varsity cup man of the tournament. And the Sharks came calling. That was his first professional contract. He's still in the Sharks now, rubbing shoulders with Sia Polisi and all the guys that won the World Cup twice. amazing things. We've got the people. How do we get ourselves to that next level? I'm here today to request your support for rugby. What rugby brings to the table is amazing. We have already seen what Kirsty has done, what Precious has done, what Blythe Tinomawese has done. There are a lot more others out there. We just need to expose them. It is our opportunity to give someone else a leg up. So I'm going to present and request you to consider giving someone else a leg up. So when we look back in a few years' time, we can sit and say, it was after that breakfast meeting, I decided I'm going to take someone else up to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Allow me to thank the organizers, Lauren, Nobile, Gina, your team. Guys, thank you very much. This is wonderful. This is the first one of its kind that we've done for the women. The last one we did for the men was actually 2021. But these guys were not even there, and they decided to come through to start and do something. We appreciate you, and we are lucky to have you. Women's rugby will always be going to the next level with people like you in the system. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, for the kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on with our program. On the occasion of this breakfast, we have a message from Paula Lanko. As I had mentioned earlier, she is an executive member at Rugby Africa. She is a World Rugby Council member and the chairperson of the Women's Rugby Advisory Committee.
Greetings to the board and management of Zimbabwe Rugby. I'm so excited for you, more so Zimbabwe Sables Women's Rugby, on the occasion of the Rugby Africa Women's Cup Breakfast, a fundraiser in support of your preparation for the upcoming Ivory Coast tour. Kindly allow me to applaud the notable effort in growing women's rugby in Zimbabwe, and especially the close link with South Africa Rugby Women's Department, as well as the regular test matches. It is my belief that your upcoming tours will serve to reduce the performance gap between the two teams. The Rugby Africa Women's Cup 2025 Division 1 participating teams are Uganda, Tunisia, host Cote d'Ivoire, and yourself, Zimbabwe Sables. The winner will join the performance division and top-ranked Africa Women's 15s teams, that is South Africa, Kenya, and Madagascar. And they will also secure a chance to participate in the next round of World Rugby Women's World Cup qualifiers. As such, the stakes are high. Our sincere gratitude to all present this morning. Zimbabwe Sables Women's Rugby, I say to you that you are possible, and that we at Rugby Africa Exco wish you the very best of outcome.
Wow. Who has watched the Zimbabwe Lady Sables playing from our guests who are not rugby officials? Yeah, that's that's a lot. This is what the ladies are doing. So, ladies, you are doing us proud. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, please help me to welcome to the podium Gina. She's the chairperson of Zimbabwe Women's Rugby. She will give a presentation on the Zimbabwe Women's Rugby National Team. Gina?
Good morning, everyone. It's so exciting to see all of you here, and it's always hard to speak after the president and Paula, I'm telling you. Okay, so I'll just introduce myself. My name is Regina Mwanandiwa. I'm a recovering awkward rugby player. I used to be a rugby player, by the way, but that will be a story for another day. Okay, so I remember the first time I held a rugby ball. I was in Bulawayo. So I was just, I'm a basketball player, but I wanted to try a new sport. So I decided to go and try cricket. So I hopped to Queen's Sports Club, and then I met a coach, and then I engaged him on how I can start playing cricket. And then the coach told me that they do their trainings in the mornings, and at that time it wasn't viable with what I was doing. So I decided to cross the road and go to Hartsfield. I get to Hartsfield, I want to watch the games, and then when I get there, and it was such a coincidence. Notando Lobo, I know you know her, most of you. She comes and says, no, Matabelen and Warriors women were short of a team. Can you please come? You've got the build. You can do something for us. At first I was scared. I'm like, I've never played rugby. I've watched the Springboks play and the All Blacks, but I've never played. So what am I going to do? And then I was like, no, let me try it out. I'm a sports person. I'll do it. I go into the field. I do exactly as she told me, as what she's told me. Pass the ball at the back, tackle anyone who comes in front, and I did exactly that. And from that day, I never stopped being a part of rugby. I moved to Harare, and here I am today as the chairperson of Women's Rugby. I'm also part of the committee of Rugby Africa, the advisory committee, and I'm also an impact champion for Rugby Africa. I'll be representing Zimbabwe in England in September. So I'm so proud of myself, of where I am right now, and I would also love to give that challenge to the girls sitting there. You never know, one day you'll be a chairperson of Women's Rugby. So today, as I stand in front of you, I would like to introduce you to Women's Rugby. I know it's not a very common sport or a team. We all know we're dominated by the Sables men, which is run by our trust, which is run by a female, by the way. That's Lindsay here. So I would like to clap hands for Lindsay because she's doing a great job with the Sables men. Yeah. So as women, we can actually do anything when we're given the platform and the wings to fly. So as I speak right now, I would like to also recommend our manager, Nyarai Bakasa, who's been with the girls. She's very supportive, and she's also a psychologist. So we usually provide a platform whereby we give an environment where the girls are safe. It's actually, Women's Rugby is actually a safe haven for our girls. They come, they share their stories, they come from different backgrounds, and we all know that our youth are going through a lot right now. There's drug abuse, there's early teenage pregnancies, there's also early marriages. So we have got girls from different backgrounds that come and then they share their stories, and Women's Rugby has given them a platform whereby they come and become themselves and they get opportunities to go far in life. As we continue with our program, I would like to just maybe throw a question to the floor. What is the primary focus of a woman? As we sit here, we're still celebrating the Women's Month. Some of my points were taken by the president, so I can't say them. She spoke about Kirsty Coventry, but I would like to say the primary focus of a woman is to conceive, develop, and give life to anything that is given to them. As we speak right now, there's many women here. We've got Carol from cricket. She's running the cricket women. And look at what the Lady Chevrons are doing. They are doing very well because they were given an opportunity to excel, and they are doing well. So that says something about women. And as I am here in front of you, we're also requesting for the same support. Please give us the same support so that we can excel. We know we can do it. We've got a beautiful team of young girls from under 16 to the senior ladies. They are so amazing. We play in South Africa, we beat South Africans. They always say, what is it that you give to the ladies? They are so naturally athletic, what is it that you give to them? Because we always beat them. And as we come here, we want to professionalize the sport. Because every time our juniors play well, but when we get to a certain level, that is our senior ladies, because we don't have enough support, the flow, stops. So we're coming to you asking that you may support us because we want to go forward and make the sport professional. As we speak right now, we've got people that have come forward, clubs in South Africa, provinces, that want our players to go and play. They say, Gina, the next season, when we start, please make sure you bring 4 or 5 girls to our teams. What is it that they see in our girls? We are naturally built to play any sport that we can. So it's something that says about women's rugby. So we are appealing to everyone here. Please come and support us. The little that you have, anything is welcome, and we would like that support because with support we can go far. Then lastly and not least, I would just like to thank the men in this room who always support us. Our dear President, Losom Tongwiza, our Vice President, Dr. Farere Nyatwa. We appreciate you. Yes, sometimes we fight, always advocating for the girl child, but you guys always come through at the last minute, Without that support, I don't think we would have even hosted this function. We wouldn't even have our First Lady for Zimbabwe Rugby Union here that we convinced to come. So I appreciate your attendance today. It means a lot. This is a start of great new things, and we will definitely make a good show in Ivory Coast next month. Thank you. All right, I think I'm still continuing with my presentation. Lorraine, I would like you to come as well. So this is a presentation that has been done so well by Lorraine York. She's an amazing woman who's been supporting women's rugby behind the scenes. So she did this presentation so that maybe you get an understanding of what we mean by women's rugby. So as we stand right now, we'll be preparing for the Rugby Cup qualifiers. And then these are our national team age groups. We've got the under 16, these are school girls. And then we've got the under 18 as well, which are school girls. We've got the under 20 ladies, and the Sables women, and the Cheetahs ladies. So all these teams, our national teams, the under 16 to under 20, our feeder system to the national team, the senior lady Sables and Cheetahs women. We also have schools that participate, that are also a feeder system. At the current moment, we've got 48 schools that participate in Zimbabwe, the whole of Zimbabwe, from Matabeleland to Mashonaland. We also have clubs. We've got leagues that run in all the provinces, and we've got these clubs so far as women's rugby, and these numbers have increased so far since we started. So in Matabeleland, we've got 6 clubs that are playing at the moment. In Marsh East and Central, we've got 6. Marsh West, we've got 2, and Manicaland, we've got 7. We're still trying to do something in Masvingo and other provinces so that we get everyone to play. And then as we prepare, after the Rugby Africa Cup, we'll be going on to our junior teams, which is the under 16 and the under 18 girls. We've got a Craven week that comes through. It's called the Girls Week, whereby we have an under 16 team that plays and an under 18 team. So it's called Youth Week as well. So we go play there, and amazingly, when we get to South Africa to play these games, all the universities, mostly where we will be, they come scouting for our players. They give them bursaries and scholarships. So it's a good opportunity for our girls to attend these competitions so that they can get those opportunities to go to universities, which is something that is hard right now, considering where most of our girls come from. This, okay. So the reason why we would like to attend this competition is because when they go and play in those universities, they actually get a high level play, and then we can retain them when we need them for the national team. So we've got people who are playing consistently, and then they are ready to play and improve the game that we have. So at the moment, our women's rugby is in its infancy. As a sport, the women's teams are on the back foot, but opportunities is gaining momentum as we speak. Growing rugby is a derivative from Rugby Africa. Every time the men play, we also want the women to play as well. So what we're trying to say is we've got so many opportunities. Like I said, we've got people who support us from the men's team. So every time the Sables men play, they make sure that the women also play. So that gives us opportunities to also make sure that girls have game time.
So, I would like to call our coach, please. Thank you.
What are you doing? Okay. So anyway, before I get into the qualifiers, I received a phone call a few months ago from the president talking about women's rugby, and I said no, I don't think I have the time to do it. I've got so many things happening. And then he said, okay, fine. Then I got a call from somebody from technical as well, a week later, and we had a long chat about women's rugby. And I said, look, you know, I've already given my answer. I don't think I can do it. I don't have time. And he said, okay, that's fine. I will call you again in about 3 weeks. And I said, I thought I'd already given both of you an answer. So anyway, to cut a long story short, I called again after 3 weeks. And I said, you know what, let me think about it. And he said, okay, we'll give you a week. And then the president called again. In fact, he didn't call, he sent a message. I said, look, so what do you think? And I thought about it. And I said to myself, look, you know what? There must be a reason for all this. I've always had a passion for women's rugby. When I started coaching women's rugby, these teams that you hear, they're under 18s. I started, they're under 18 groups when we went to Creighton. And I remember the first time we started that team. When we left, we went by bus. I remember I was assistant coach to the senior men's coach. I was also coaching the under 18. Zimbabwe hired a road bus for us to travel to South Africa to play in the Creighton tournament. And I remember, painful story, but it needs to be told. I remember the girls only had one set of kit. And then they had a warm-up kit. And that was it. And we went by bus. We were going to Durban. The tournament was at Glenwood High School. And we left at 7 p.m. because they had to wait for me. We were playing Tunisia on that day.
So as soon as the game ended, just after 5, I then got onto the bus with the girls. And we left. Traveled through the night. I remember the Rockship driver was asking me, okay, you need to help us navigate. And I fell asleep. And we got lost and they drove to Joburg. Okay, took the wrong turn, went to Joburg. Then we had to drive from Joburg to Durban. And we arrived at 4 a.m. in the morning at Glenwood Boys Life. I remember calling the lady who was supposed to assist us. The liaison would be given. Her name was Sandra. She used to be involved in rugby. Then she came across. And then she says, you know, the male coaches are staying at a different schools about 3 km from here. So I said, no worries, just get the girls in, let them sleep, we'll sleep in the bus. So myself and the assistant coach was also male. We slept in the bus, we slept in the bus. Woke up the next morning, went to where we were supposed to stay, took a shower, then came back. When I got back, it was breakfast time in the dining room. But most of the teams were outside. The Sharks, the Lions, all of them, all dressed up. You know how they dress up if you watch Super Rugby and everything. They dress, their ladies' teams, right from the juniors, the same. So what the men get, the girls get. And our girls, what we had managed to do was to get a hoodie made just before we left and a golf shirt. So they were wearing these golf shirts and hoodies, and what they agreed amongst themselves that they would all get a pair of black ties, or what you call it, ties, the ones that come on. Okay? So they were wearing those ties. But they were standing in the corner in this courtyard. And everybody was singing and mocking them. I can speak Zulu, I can speak Xhosa, I could hear what they were saying. You know? And the way they looked, you know, I think they were not afraid. But when I walked into the courtyard, they all started cheering and they started singing, and then the mood changed. They started singing as well. And so we got it, sit, had breakfast, and then, you know, they separate the players and the coaches. Half the time, the players sit by themselves. So you sit with all the coaches. And this South African guy from Cape Town said to me, you're from Zimbabwe. Okay, so you've come here to learn. Okay, that's good, you've come here to learn. So we get the fixtures. And unlike the men, your top teams, you know, you've got your Western Province, your Sharks, your Lions, amongst the men. But with the women, it's the other way around. So Border Province is one of the top teams in South Africa. And Western Province and Eastern Province. Those are the top teams and the Sharks when you're talking about top teams in terms of women's rugby. And they said to us, the team that's ranked number 2 in South Africa is the team you're playing first. That was Eastern Province. And our match was at 11:45. We arrived at 4 a.m. So I said, can't you move our game to later on? He said, no. We're not going to change the program for you. We'll play. So the girls went to warm up, and everyone said, Eastern Province, man, jeez. Coach, I feel for you, coach. He said, fine, we played. Then we beat them. The moment we beat them, everything changed. Everything changed. They started respecting our players more. I mean, they were talking to us differently. So how do you do this? You know, your girls are so physical. How do you do it? The reason why I told that story is we had other Craven Week teams going, the boys. They all flew. And the girls went by bus, and their journey was longer. Okay? And then they performed very well. I think when we finished that tournament, we were ranked number 4 in South Africa when we ended that tournament. And from then on, everything changed for the girls. Everything changed. That was 2015. Old Mutual was sponsoring the boys. Old Mutual came to Zimbabwe and said, hey, how come you didn't tell us about this team? What do they want? And they paid for everything. The years that followed, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, they sponsored all the kids. They went and got kids from Puma, and then 2017, it was Katun, and they flew the girls wherever they were to the Craven Week tournament. I remember the other one was in Velkom, and they said, okay, we'll fly you to Joburg, but we will not bus you to Velkom. We will fly you to an airport in Velkom, and then we'll bus you to where you're playing. So, ladies, why I told that story, because a lot of you don't know about it. You are not in that team. How you go into form can change everything. Completely. That's what happened. Old Mutual came and they went on about this. Even preparations, what Old Mutual did then was we were going to camp for 2 years, 2016, 2017, when they're on board. They put these girls in camp. I would have them for a week, the week before we left, at the Heritage School. And that's where they stayed up until they left. And they wouldn't put 23 girls into camp. They would put 35 girls into camp and then take care of everything. So the opportunities are there. As I speak right now, some of the players who benefited from that program. Okay, one is at Lindenwood University right now. She's reached out. She's in a final year. Okay, and then there are 2. I'm sure you've seen playing for Varsity Cup for ladies. They play for UJ right now. Who got scholarships to rugby. I thought I had to tell that story because sometimes
when we train and I push these ladies, they think I'm being mean, but I know what's at the end of the game. Okay. So the qualifiers that we're going to, it's something I've fought Rugby Africa about for years. Each time I went to South Africa, each time I went, and I'm also match commissioner by the way, each time I went I was match commissioner for World Cup qualifying for women, the one last one which was in Joburg, and always used to ask the Rugby Africa, the men have got another 20 tournament, you know, the Batters Cup, there's nothing for the women, okay? You've started an African Cup for the women, but you only got 14. What about the rest of Africa? And we used to argue for many, we argued on many occasions. Until now, I was surprised when I was given the calendar. And I thought, oh, okay, there's this number of groups now. In terms of Rugby Africa, they qualify from just like the men, which is good. So all the arguments I had, at least now we see the fruits, that's good. The Rugby Africa has listened. This tournament that we're going to, I think I told Gina when I saw the fixtures and I looked at the dates and I said, why didn't we start our preparation last year? Because this is short notice. You're looking at Ivory Coast, you're looking at Tunisia, you're looking at Uganda. Tunisia and Uganda and Ivory Coast have been active. Okay? Tunisia and Ivory Coast will bring players from France. Anybody with any heritage in Italy will bring it. I said, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. And I think, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, we are going there to participate. Because this is not an easy tournament. You're playing against Tunisia, Uganda, all ranked in the 30s. We are ranked in the 50s. So it's a tough competition. Until I went to the first training session. I went to the first training session. And after that training session, I remember telling Gina, I said, you know what? I don't know, this is what I was thinking, but we've got the makings of a good team. There's potential for us to do well. Do you hear me? There is potential for us to do well. Okay? Short notice, but I think we can do well. I believe we can do well. And there's something that's always ringing in my mind. There is a song in my language, which is Ndebele. I'm sure some of you know it. Where it says, Tuma mi naweba. Okay? Send me, O Lord. And that always used to play in my head. So last week, that's when I thought to myself, hey, you know what, maybe being asked to come and help the women, you have a passion for it. You've always had a passion for it. Maybe that's where God wants to send you. To go and assist. And that was one of the reasons why I said, you know what, it's okay, I'll give it a shot. Yes, I'm busy, but you know, if I can't be there, at least I can prepare the team as best as I can. There's one thing that the president left up. He spoke of Precious. I coached Precious. She also played for Zimbabwe. That is how she got in. And we were in South Africa when she got in. And for her to take up a refereeing, when we first mentioned her, we mentioned two things, refereeing and coaching. She was not interested in coaching. We spoke of refereeing, but she's one person who used to push herself a lot. She was determined to come back and play. And she said, I want to come back and play when I recover. And then after a lot of convincing, she took up refereeing, and the rest is history. Some of you might choose one of those two paths. It's either you're going to referee after play, but right now you're only going to play. After playing, you're going to referee, you're going to coach. Well, you're going to get into administration. It's always difficult to walk away from the game and not be involved in the game. I've tried it. I always find myself coming back. So this tournament here is very, very important tournament for us, and I think, and I believe, our flag is going to fly high. There'll be a lot of shocks and upsets, and I think good things are going to come out of it. And I believe, I'm confident that these ladies can do well. They just have to believe and just work for it, that's all. And we also look forward to, I'm going to preempt things, lots of support, we'll bring lots of support. And thank you very much in advance for the support. And Zira, you keep pushing for the win. Thank you very much.
So in terms of the resources that we have, like external players, like what the president mentioned, we've got 3 girls that have gone for the rugby camps in Cape Town. They've been training intensively and we are hoping to bring them to be part of the national team. They have been doing well and we definitely know our team is going to be strong. So we have got our technical team. We've got our beautiful manager, Nyarai Bakasa, who offers mentoring sessions to our players. And then I think in absentia, we've got Anne Butau, who's now medically accredited by World Rugby to be an educator in terms of medical. So we've got a really powerful team that will take these girls to the next level. Then I'll give Lorraine to take over on.
Regina, don't go anywhere. So, what we need to get to the Ivory Coast, the biggest thing are the flights, right, and the hotel. This has been subsidized by Rugby Africa because we were invited. It's a huge chunk of our budget and really an honor and testimony that we deserve to be there. They want Zimbabwe at this qualifying cup. And they're going to make it happen, which is really wonderful. And then, like, actually our budget to get to the Ivory Coast is 22,000. So we have 23 players and 7 technical. That's 30 people over 2 weeks. Okay, that kind of breaks down to $733 per person for 2 weeks, and for 1 week is 366. If you break it down like that, it is achievable, and all of our big expenses are taken care of. So this is why we are looking for our brand partners. Our jersey at the moment looks like this, okay? It's empty. You can fill it. There's a lot of opportunity in different spots for
Our jersey looks like this, and there's a lot of opportunity that we can fill. Actually, thank you to Sabre, who have given us this room today. You guys can have a spot on the shorts. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Okay, and then, supporting our brand partners off the field. I don't like the word sponsorship. Actually, we have brand partners. It's on and off the field. It's on and off the field of how we can support. Zimbabwe Rugby Union has a really big space and a really big voice. We can give you a platform to join us. We have really good relationships and partnerships with the best media houses in the country across print, radio, news, TV, and socials. We have a wide range of ambassadors who can support your message. And it's not only about rugby. What else can we talk about? It's about working with your message to say, what can we talk about? Who do you need to reach? And how can rugby help you? We have a huge network. Sport can reach the masses and it can reach the execs. We have access and influence across every province of the country and a a diverse range of ambassadors, men and women, not only the women. If you'd like a man ambassador, we have incredible spokespeople, Hilton, even Doc. We can pull from a wide pool of resources. And we have a marketing team and a media team. Our brand partners need to give their message out, and we can help you. We have a wide range of experience from public relations and our socials as well. So that's where we are. Beyond Ivory Coast for the rest of the year, every single time the men play, the women can play. It saves on a lot of resources because the men have paved the way. The platform is there, the audience is there. All of things that go into a tournament, like the ambulance, the insurance, the catering, that's all already set up, and it's a great opportunity for us. In terms of the rest of the year, this is what we have. This is the baseline. We can put more tournaments in if we have the funding. Quite often, what we are able to do very easily is raise tournaments in the regions. It's very quick and easy to do. It drives a lot of awareness, and it's good for advertising. This weekend we have our Nedbank, right? Please come and watch. It's going to be so much fun. And yeah, Gina, do you want to talk about the Junior Cup?
All right. In terms of our tours for all the teams, because we are in charge of all the teams from under 16 to the senior ladies. The first one would be the Nedbank Cup that is starting on Saturday. It's in 2 weekends. Please come through and watch, and then you'll see exciting rugby as the girls prepare to go to Ivory Coast. The coach will be selecting his final team, so I think it will be very competitive, and we would love you to come through. Then we've got the Ivory Coast tour for Sables women, and then after that in May we've got Zambia, whereby the Sables men are playing and will also take part. We also have, and then we also have Botswana, and for Zambia we've got a home and away game for the Sables women. The reason why I start with the Sables women because it's our flagship team, so I'll always start with it. And then in terms of Cheetahs women, we've got a fixture in Uganda, the Kigezi, and then probably the Krugersdorp in SA. We've got the Zambia Sevens tournament in August, September. We've got the William Strauss International, whereby our ladies went and played last year and they took the bronze medal. We've got also in October the Limpopo Sevens. And then in terms of our under 20, the Junior Sables women, we had a game in Bulawayo where the girls did a curtain raiser for the Junior Sables men against the Australian Outback Barbarians. It was very competitive, and Coach Sykes, I don't know how you're going to choose your team, but competition in Bulawayo is amazing. And then we also have a Junior Africa Cup that will be coming in September. I had a meeting with Rugby Africa, and they were proposing that, I told Mr. President, they were proposing that it will come to Zimbabwe. So that will be good mileage for you. It will be great. It will be amazing, and our girls can get exposure. All our partners will get exposure in this. We've got the under 18 Junior Sables, where they will go to the Craven Week together with the under 16. It's the same week. It's called the Girls Week. They'll go and participate. Then our under 16, it's our first year to try out under 16s, and the team is looking good. We've sent out coaches to go out and scout, and the team is amazing, and we know we're going to win this. Then we've got a Livingstone tour in Zambia in October that we also want to take our under 16 Junior Sables. So it's going to be a busy year, and we're hoping to get more fixtures so that we get the girls busy throughout the year.
More money, but basically a tour will cost us about $14,000, and that's what we work towards in every single time. Cool. Yeah. Do you want this one?
Okay, the bigger picture about women's rugby, why we foster women's rugby. Beyond the field time, we are trying to develop and promote an entire women's sports court. Women can. So as we go forward, even Rugby Africa and World Rugby, there's a campaign that is going on. It's called Impact Beyond 2025. We've got a World Cup coming up for women's rugby in England The only country that qualified in Africa was South Africa, who are neighbors, but we're hoping to play in the next one. So the impact beyond is like an enhancement that we're trying to advocate for the girl child in terms of playing rugby. We support the girl child and we know our girls can and make it to these kind of competitions. We also want to create content, educating and empowering women, girls and the society. Sport keeps girls in school for longer, keeps them healthy, gives us goals. We develop and support role models in the respective societies where our players come from. Today I would maybe take like a situation whereby we've got girls coming from Barre, from Epworth. We know how the conditions are like. So imagine if we have those female role models whereby they've got hope. It's not about having getting married at an early age or getting pregnant at an early age. Even if you get pregnant, there is still life after that. You can come and join us and play rugby and you can be a better person. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gina. Thank you. You know, so having a women's team just elevates the whole of rugby for the country. You know, this is a derivative. It's pushed from Rugby Africa and World Africa. And when they say to our president, "Do you have a women's team?" he says, "Absolutely, yes, we do," and it lifts the entire sport. So that's what we're working towards. Thank you.
Lauren and Gina, thank you so much. Another round of applause, ladies. What an absolutely amazing presentation. So to all our partners who are here, there are opportunities, as the ladies said, and also the coach. Whenever we have team building activities at our various businesses, we can invite some of the ladies from the Women's Sables team to come and help us with our team building activities. There are so many ongoing games. We've seen the schedule for this year. Nedbank Challenge this weekend at Harare Sports Club, and next weekend, encouraging a healthy lifestyle, positive impact to girls in school, and keeping girls in school through sport. So therefore averting teen pregnancy, drug abuse, child marriages. And as Lauren said, there's so many partnerships, not only for Zimbabwe Women's Rugby, but that Zimbabwe Rugby Union has with different media houses. So as a business, if you were to partner with us, that's the kind of brand visibility that you will get. So ladies and gentlemen, we've heard quite a lot from the administration of the sport. Now it is our time to hear some testimonials from some of the lady Sables. If I may call upon Nokutenda Shoniwa and Chionisa Mabika to come up and share their personal stories. These are all that running that we're seeing here. These are the ladies who are doing it. And these are the ladies we are here for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Good morning to you all. My name is Chwoniso Mabika. I am 26 years old and a proud mother of a son. My rugby journey began in my senior years at high school. Having a sport became mandatory around that time, so I ended up having to choose rugby. I found my passion and sense of belonging in rugby, which led to my selection in the under-18 junior Sables. This opportunity paved the seamless transition to the under-20 team, followed by representing my country as part of the Lady Cheetahs and the Lady Sables. Over the past 8 years, I've had the privilege of captaining the Lady Cheetahs and the Lady Sables. My dedication and performance on the field were recognized when I was named Player of the Match in our most recent Africa Cup in South Africa. Rugby has profoundly impacted my life, providing me with incredible experiences and challenges that have shaped my perspective on the world. It has given me the opportunity to travel and explore different cultures while doing what I truly love. I am also grateful for the incredible support system that is tirelessly working behind the scenes to ensure everything runs smoothly both on and off the pitch. This not only includes our dedicated rugby technical, but the team of generous sponsors whose unwavering support has always been invaluable. This commitment extends far beyond financial assistance, as it is a testament of their belief in our potential, our dreams, and the hard work that we put in every day. Because of your generosity, we have greater opportunities and better chances to compete at the highest level. Your support has given us the confidence to chase our goals with determination. You inspire us to push harder, train smarter, and represent our country with pride. As we step into another exciting season, we promise to give our very best to honor the trust you have placed in us and to strengthen our bond in the years to come. Thank you for believing in us. We look forward to making this a memorable journey. Enjoy your breakfast, and let's make this a season together. Thank you.
A pleasant morning to you all. My name is Noktenda Shoriwa, and I'm thrilled to share my rugby journey with you today. Just so you know, I'm only 18 years old. Yeah. Growing up, I was always passionate about sports, and rugby quickly became my #1 love. With the support of my friends and family, I began playing rugby at a young age in my last year of primary school and never looked back. Throughout my career, I've had the privilege of playing for girls' high school first team, Pitbull's ladies, under-18 Zim team, and under-20 Zim team. Each team has taught me valuable lessons, challenged me to grow, and provided unforgettable experiences. Rugby has had a profound impact on my personal growth. When I first started playing rugby, I was shy and uncertain. But as I progressed, rugby taught me discipline, hard work, and teamwork. It helped me develop my communication skills, build more confidence, and become a more resilient person. The benefits I've gained from rugby extended far beyond the pitch. I've made lifelong friends, learned valuable life skills, and developed a sense of purpose. Rugby has also given me opportunities to travel, experience different cultures, and make a positive impact on my community. As a player, sponsorship has been instrumental in helping me pursue my rugby dreams. It's provided me with the necessary resources, support, and exposure to compete at the highest level. I am grateful for the sponsors who have believed in me and invested in my journey. As I look to the future, I'm excited to continue growing and developing as a player. My goal is to be able to play at a professional level with the right support and sponsorship. I'm confident that I can achieve my dreams and make a lasting impact on the rugby world. Sponsorship means a lot to me as a player. It's not just about financial support. It's about having a team behind me that believes in my abilities and is invested in my success. Sponsorship gives me the freedom to focus on my training, to push myself to new heights, and inspire others through my journey. I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to my family and friends and sponsors who have supported me throughout my rugby journey. Your belief in me means the world, and I'm honored to have you as part of my team. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Nokutenda and Chioniso. I'm just going to do a quick walk across and ask Nyarai, yes, to share and introduce the rest of the ladies who are here so that we can just get to know them, the other lady Sables. Thank you.
Good morning to you all. I would like to introduce Skumbuzo Mchenje, one of our senior label players. I would also like to introduce Bimbai Dewa, senior player. And I'd also like to introduce Wadzanai, one of our senior players as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we never leave the men out, as we said. We've got some players here from the men's team. If you may introduce yourselves.
Good morning to you all. My name is Kudzai Mashawi. I'm the vice captain.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hilton Dariki, and I'm the captain of the Sables.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope we're all well. Sorry for our tardiness. My name is Aidan Bennett, and I'm the vice captain of the Sables team.
What an honor, what an honor. Thank you so much, men Sables, for being here with us today, and definitely the ladies who have brought us together. Thank you so much. We are happy to have you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we continue with our program. Please help me to welcome to the stage Sally Palmer. She is a business leadership program developer, an executive coach, and high performance trainer. She will give us a motivational talk today. Sally.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Zim Rugby for inviting me here today. I feel incredibly privileged to be in the presence of some amazing athletes, first and foremost, who are striving to reach the pinnacle of their careers. I want you guys to know, ladies, it's deeply inspiring to see your passion, your commitment, your resilience. It's not an easy journey, the journey of rugby. So thank you, and it's nice to see the men here. Thank you for joining us, and all the other guests. You know, I've got a little bit of an experience that gives me an understanding of the sheer grit and determination it takes to play rugby. I had a short rugby career. I was pulled off the hockey pitch. I went to study in the UK, and I was pulled off the hockey pitch and asked to join rugby. I was also told, I can't remember who told the story, pass the ball backwards, tackle anyone who comes your way, and if you get the ball, run. So I was lucky enough to play for Munster in Ireland, and we won the All-Ireland finals. And like what rugby taught me was beyond what I could have ever asked to learn from life in general, and it really prepared me so much for life. I just want to share a short story. I'll never forget my very first match for Munster. I was put in the fullback position. I'm big and strong, and I can run. And a small, young, little wing was coming my way. She had broken through the back line, and I just looked at her and thought, you have no chance. And before I knew it, she had handed me off. I had a blood nose. She scored a try. And she did not score another try that game, by the way. But today I want to talk to you about the Maverick mindset. As you prepare for the rugby, the Africa Cup, I believe that something that is unique about us as Zimbabweans is we have an inbuilt maverick mindset. It's been with us since birth, from all the adversity and challenges that we've faced. And I want you guys to never forget where you've come from, because I know that what you've had to go through to get where you are today is beyond what a lot of people have had to go through. And the maverick mindset is one of absolute unshakable faith in yourself and in your team. The maverick mindset is knowing that you will overcome whatever stands before you to get where you want to go. And the maverick mindset is one of taking complete ownership of who you are, who you want to be, and where you're going to end up. And I want to encourage you as you prepare for this exciting tournament and a whole year ahead of challenges, of challenging clashes and matches and travel, is just to never lose faith or lose sight of the untapped potential that's in you. It's important to know, and we can forget about it a lot, but what you guys are displaying already is only part of what's in you. And as you guys work together as a team and you know, spend that time getting to know each other better, supporting each other, you can achieve much more than you can ever dream of. And as you travel this journey, and I can't wait to watch you playing in the Africa Cup. There's three things that I encourage you to just bring to your mind consistently, and I believe this is the formula. Okay, there's many things you can do, but I believe these three things are what can help guide you as you face all the challenges and struggles, because we all know we don't know what's going to happen in the next rugby match. Things can go well, things can go badly. People can get hurt, people can fight. We all know what can happen. But if we visualize success consistently, and first and foremost practice what I call self-leadership. Self-leadership is taking full ownership of where you stand, who you are, and bringing your A game into everything that you do. Not only rugby, but your relationships, your nutrition, your health, your fitness. You are ambassadors of our country. Everyone is looking to you, and I don't want, it's not a pressure thing, it's a pride thing. So I always I want to encourage you to practice self-leadership. Ask yourself, who am I going to be today? How can I get that extra edge? Maybe I need more sleep. Maybe I need to breathe. Maybe I need to manage my thinking. And when we're leading from a place of self-leadership, we are absolutely in control of how we think. We don't have the option to say, I would like to be in control of how I think. When you are playing at this level, we want, and everyone in this room, we want to have absolute control of how we're thinking and our natural way of interfacing with the world. So self-leadership is managing your mindset. It's managing your discipline. It's managing your motivation. You know, playing sport at your level, we can't rely on external motivation. We have to develop an intrinsic motivation and like a perpetual well of motivation that gets us up every day and takes us to the next level. And there's an interesting concept that I love called the slight edge, which says in everything that you are doing, you are either slowly on the success curve or slowly on the failure curve. And it's all based on the small, simple decisions we make every single day. Do we eat the samosa or not? I ate the samosa, it wasn't the greatest decision. Do we go to bed at 11 o'clock at night, or do we go to bed earlier? Do we drink a Coke or do we drink water? Do we complain about how tough things are in Zim, or do we speak about the opportunities and the prospects of Zimbabwe? Do we blame our coaches and our managers, or do we support them and understand them? And as we go through life, I encourage everyone to just constantly check in on the trends in your life. Are you trending towards success in every decision that you're making? Are you trending towards success in your relationships, in your friendships, in your team, in your health, in your happiness? Because if you're trending towards failure, you have to immediately intervene and change that trend. So I encourage you all, ask yourself, where are my trends going? And remember, we're not looking for quantum leaps, we're looking for consistent progress in the right direction. So as you guys get ready for this tour, I just want to acknowledge you and challenge you to go out there and think like a Zimbabwean, guys. Nothing has ever kept us down. Nothing has stopped us. We're all still here smiling, and we have inbuilt resilience and determination beyond what I think most people in the world have. So never forget who you are. We are behind you, we are supporting you, and you've already made us all proud. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sally. Before you go, Sally, there's a small parcel. Okay.
Thank you everybody. That concludes our morning. We really appreciate the time that you've taken out of your days to come and listen to the ladies and the coaches and the plan. It is ambitious, but we can do it, and we want to. And thank you to the players. You guys, you work so hard, and the country really is behind you, and we're really proud of you. It's so nice. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming today. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Doc, President, Saber. Thank you, Saber. I've said again, thank you for giving us the room today. It really means a lot. Thank you to the men players as well, and our team. Thank you, Gina and Noor. You guys, you're amazing. And the media. Thank you to the media who came today as well. And it is testament that we do have a message, and it's not going to end. We have a lot to say. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our formalities. However, please don't leave immediately. Please take time to network and meet officials from the Zimbabwe Rugby Union, the Lady Sables, the Gentlemen Sables, and other business delegates who are here. And we will be coming to your offices for more engagements, based on the requests that have been made on the slides. Please exchange business cards and create business linkages. And also remember to come and watch the Lady Sables playing at the Netback Challenge